Shalom. First of all, I'd like to start off by giving all great honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakatash. Double honors to teachers, elders, and apostles, great millstone, likewise, brothers, put on this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep and the brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalom. Today's lesson's titled, Righteous Resentment, Not Envy. Let's take a look at the word resentment in the ordinary dictionary before we move forward. And it means bitter indignation at having been treated unfairly. Bitterness, indignation, irritation, pique, displeasure. And the man of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, and the believers, we have a righteous resentment for Esau, not envy. We do not envy his ways. We do not envy his wealth. We do not envy where he is right now, as far as status on this earth. In fact, let's go into the book of Job 9:24, and it reads, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" So we understand that Esau has stolen our identity. He has proclaimed himself to be the dignitaries of the Bible, the Most High Yahweh, the Son Yahweh Shai, the angels, the prophets. And while he's doing that, at the same time, he's given us corporate names. He's replaced our identity with bywords. So yes, there is a righteous resentment for that. You have a man, or a set of people that are proclaiming to be the true biblical Hebrew Israelite. Even in so much, in 1948, they actually went back to the land of Israel, which is today known as the state of Israel. We resent that. We are bitter about that. But we know that this is judgment for the Lord Yahweh Shai. Let's go into the book of Jeremiah 50 and verse 33. Because, see, our resentment is different from the Jakes that are in the world. See, they resent Esau for material things. They want to be flashy. They want to jet set. They want to do all these things or be seen the way Esau is seen. And we do not want to be seen as Esau is be seen. Because, let's read Jeremiah 15:33 reads, "Thus said the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shai, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were pressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. This man has kept us enslaved. He has not acknowledged his wrongdoing to us." When you go into Proverbs 3 and verse 31, it reads, "Envy thou not the oppressor, who is Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man, and choose none of his ways." I'm going to pause here for a second. See, because as the righteous man, our righteous resentment, when we look at Esau ways is sodomy, pedophilia, murder, stealing. He's covetous. He's an adulterer. He's a blasphemer. So we don't envy his ways. We don't envy him. We resent him because we desire righteousness. We desire righteous rulership. But in the meantime, we have to deal with the fact that this man has been given the earth to rule as he see fit. Continue, says, "For the fraud is an abomination to the Lord Yahweh Shai, but the secret is with the righteous." We know that his rulership is only for a short time. In fact, we can see the destruction of his kingdom as alive right now, in real time. They're falling apart. "The curse of the Lord Yahweh Shai is in the house of the wicked, but he blessed the habitation of the just." And that blessing is this truth. You can't ask for anything more nowadays, more than wisdom and understanding. Let's go into Ecclesiastes 7:7 and read, "Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyed the heart." Everything that this man does for Jake, it's in his benefit. He uses Jake to basically get his wickedness across this earth through the music, the style, the culture. And even if he does something that's perceived to be good, usually he wants something in return. Your obedience to wickedness. Take a look at P. Diddy and the rest of these guys. You can see that there's a problem. Now take a look at this with Jesse Jackson here. Look at him. See, he, as we spoke in Proverbs 3 and verse 31, it reads, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Okay. You see Jesse Jackson here. What does it say? He's been denied to be buried amongst these Edomites. This man spent most of his life, not his entire adult life, fighting to be equal to the oppressor. And they wouldn't even give him the respect to even have him buried next to their so-called great people. I don't get it with Jakes. Why is there a need for you to be buried next to these parasite, these wicked ass, low-level, base people? And it's because you envy and you don't have a righteous resentment, okay, for this man. Let's go into the book of Psalms 10 and Psalm 6 reads, he has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud, under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Again, for him to be taken or be, worship as a god on this earth, he first has to put down the gods. We are gods. So he has to put us down. He has to constantly have his feet on our neck, giving us corporate names, replacing our identity with his bywords. But he's going to be in adversity. We see that adversity as we speak right now. In fact, let's go in the book of Proverbs 18. As our sentence says, the name of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is safe. This is what we do. We pray to Yahweh Shemashah for safety, wisdom, and to keep us safe. The rich man's wealth is a strong city, and as a high wall is his own conceit. Before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. So all he's really got going for himself is the fact that he's been given the earth to rule. He's also been given a large sword to keep that rulership intact. And so the only thing he's got going for him is his wealth, which we know that's all going to come to naught. In fact, let's close over the book of Luke 16 and 24. And it reads, this is the parable of Lazarus and the rich man. And we can see at some point in time when he's in his hell, which is our heaven, he cannot bear it any longer and he's crying for relief. And it reads, and he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame, which is the condition that he's in. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime received thy good things. This is what 2/3 resent. This is what 2/3 envy, the good things. And likewise, Lazarus evil things. But now he's comforted and thou art tormented. So the 1/3 elect, okay, we understand the judgment that we're in. So we resent Esau. It's a righteous resentment. Okay, this is the bitter that we have to deal with. The fact that we jacked up, we messed up, and we have to go through this. But we resent him righteously. And he deserves it. But we do not envy him. Lord willing, that has been edified. I'd like to close up by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Shalom.